How's it going, everyone? It is Liam Catterson here with another episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, as we're on episode 11. Yeah, we are about halfway done with this third season, which has just been sweet, divine, awesome, amazing. Yeah, it's been a really fantastic season, and there's been a lot of great things that have happened, which of course exclude Jake and Amy, because you know, that's a huge bias that I have, so you know, that's top of the list. But yeah, you know, still, we kicked off this season in fine fashion, and it's just been really incredible all throughout. So I've really loved how this season has rolled around. But yeah, we had the 9-9 being ready to die hard, as it was probably my favorite Christmas themed episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine thus far, especially with how obviously we know how much Die Hard means to Jake. And he found himself being immersed in a similar, not so similar kind of situation, because they were not, you know, terrorists. They were more so robbers, and they weren't German. They were Canadian. So yeah, it was there, but not quite there, but it was still a really fun episode, and I just loved it so much. So yeah, let's get into episode 11 of season 3 for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Let's go.
Watch yourself.
I'm sorry. Cop. All right. Let's
Hey.
Oh, what? Are you gonna arrest me for dancing?
You call that dancing?
No, halt! Don't you dare!
Dancing.
Don't you dare!
What is happening?
I'm
Is this
defusing
a
the
dream?
situation.
I'm on it. Must record. Camera on. All right, here we go.
Dancing over. Situation
Oh, come on!
We're trying to have a baby.
Oh.
Oh
Wow, that
shit!
is
I mean, that's
awesome.
kind of fast,
But wait,
I feel.
Charles, I thought you were sterile. I distinctly remember you using the phrase
Shooting dust.
Yes, thank you for not making me say it.
Great.
Yeah, it's true. I lost the ability to procreate after the accident.
Oh, you can. Oh my God! Stop!
There's nothing scarier than the realities of the municipal court system. Now, come on, let's get back in there and tell them about how bad the
Chaos.
website is.
Look, I'll talk,
Of course you will.
but I'll only talk to her.
Oh.
You want to talk to Gina.
Yeah, hi, do you sell purple pants?
You know Gina. Oh,
Take me down. You better impress me if you want that recommendation to be good.
oh, she's
I'm
gonna
gonna try,
outshine him.
Sarge.
Oh my God!
And that's what you get for lying about free strudel. I'm a bitch.
Case closed. Justice
You
served.
dick.
Peralta amazing. Oh, God.
Hold on a sec. Is that Agatha?
Your ex-wife is here. Eleanor? The destroyer of worlds?
East River.
Please don't do that.
And there will never be the possibility of a little pie-faced Charles Boyle Jr.
Damn, Agatha.
She can't do that. Can she do that?
Is Agatha
Stay
all
calm.
along?
We're gonna talk to a lawyer and get a professional opinion.
Looking out, and you think you're never gonna be a father, but don't worry. There's no way I'm gonna let Eleanor do anything to your precious.
This.
Ugh. All right.
Oh.
She can do what she wants.
We'll just call them hostages.
All right, fine. Let's get to work.
This is a really bizarre
Here's what we know
hostage
about Eleanor.
situation.
On my wedding day, I should have known it was a mistake when she...
Oh, it burned! The vapors burned!
Sorry, I'll take it down.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
No! Don't! I am petrified of you!
All right, remember, this is a negotiation. We can't let her know how badly you want this.
Jake, why don't you
Terry's gonna
destroy
be
this photo?
traumatized.
Not gonna do that. We need proof of life.
I'd be happy to dump one of the containers out of the window.
No, don't do that. Please don't dump my sperm on us.
It's just
Hello,
like just.
ma'am. Top of the morning.
Oh
to you.
my God.
All right, look. If you let us upstairs,
This is so.
We'll give
This
you
is so
Abigail.
bizarre.
The guy wanted to talk to a real person, not a cop. That's why he asked for me.
Actually, I asked for you because we went to high school together.
So he does know
Steven
her.
Henderson. We had a bunch of classes together. Steven Henderson. We made out once on the bus. I mean, do you not remember me?
Oof. Oof.
Patient. And this is the other one. Or rather, it was the other one.
No!
She shot a hostage.
Fuck's sake. Can we stop?
What are you doing?
No! What? Oh, Charles, what are you doing? No.
Classic handshake
I should've
handcuff
known.
routine.
You're a hugger, not a shaker.
It was the most painful thing I've ever done. And I've taken 3 of my grandparents off life support.
How were you always in charge of that?
Oh,
Wait, Charles, do not get...
I've also been ejected. Flume ride, Topeka, Kansas.
How did this happen?
Just forgot to put on the belt.
Jeffords.
Good talk, Ames.
good talk. Good talk.
You wrote me a bad recommendation. Nay, the entire NYPD.
Yeah. I even used the word nay. The idea.
Maybe that's why
that
she
you
got
would
rejected.
question my integrity is so. Uh-oh. I gotta sneeze. It's
Oh
gonna
no.
hurt.
Oh no.
Obviously, I'll give you that.
Bam!
A soda only costs 75 cents, you fool. See you later, sucker.
What?
Didn't even give him the $1.
I know it seems like I blew it, but you gotta.
You were a pedestrian?
Are you technically a pedestrian if you're sitting on a bench?
Sitting on a bench.
Well, okay.
Kinda,
I don't want
that's-
to tell you to drop your
Oof.
suit against her, but I sure am getting sleepy.
Excuse me?
Yawns are coming.
Oh no. No, Charles. Oh my god!
I have a biological father, and he's a nightmare. I mean, he never played catch with me.
Always a
He
dog.
never taught me how to ride a bike. I had to learn how to shave from watching Home Alone.
Makes sense. It's like Die Hard for kids.
Oh no.
Plus, is this
oh
how you
no.
really want it to go? Eleanor
I-
controlling your
yeah.
life, ruining your career? So what do I do? Honestly, I don't know. But I do know that you're gonna be a great dad, with or without your
Oil.
Nope, not gonna say it.
A Sam? Are you insane?
Well, you should be a Sam.
No, I should be a Sam.
We gotta start saying something other than Sam.
Yeah,
We are
'cause I'm
barreling
getting
toward a
confuddled.
misunderstanding. Amy, you are ready to be teaching others. I made a call. You're going to be a mentor.
Oh my God.
Aiming higher.
Sergeant, I'm so sorry for ever questioning your integrity. Thank you so much.
No
stand
hugs.
back.
I'm gonna
still
spear
very
him.
scared.
Complain about Gina for an hour, and then he opened up. Gave me the name of the guy he works for. I have never been so insulted in my entire life. I'm not gonna work
But
cases
you're
for you guys anymore.
fundamental.
We were never going to ask you to.
You just lost your best detective.
I like him. He went to Yale. Oh, wait, that says Yale University. Swipe him
Yale.
off.
This is fun. That's weird. That guy kind of looks like my dad. Wait a minute. That is my dad.
What?
You cannot use his sperm. You cannot use his sperm.
My son would be your brother.
That's Charles has some. I mean, if you think back to the whole him and Gina situation and how he was when Gina and his father got married, and you know, they were reflecting on, oh, just imagine, can you imagine how this all started with us banging? And now he's saying this. No, as well as the fact that we know that Jake's father, far from great. So yeah, but you know, it's not the end of the world, obviously, in terms of like, because there's always adoption, and yeah, as you know, Charles once was in that position of like donation as well. Like there is also that possibility. So, but you know, I'm just thinking back to that Yondu quote as well. From Guardians of the Galaxy 2. You know what one I'm talking about. The one that really punched a hole in our chests. Because at the end of the day, I feel like he could still be a good father. So yeah. Can't believe Catherine Hahn, like, was not expecting to see Agatha Harkness on this episode. I'm happy. I had a feeling we'd be in for a very, very great episode as soon as Catherine Hahn showed up. I love her so much. She was great in... she's great in a lot of stuff. I mean, I obviously first knew her in WandaVision. And recently seeing her in Glass Onion was a treat as well. So, yeah, her showing up in this episode was a surprise, to be sure, and a welcome one. Even if, of course, she was on the antagonistic, should I say, side of things, because of the fact that she held the sperm hostage, which is a sentence you'd never thought you'd say. Holding the sperm hostage. Yeah, it was still great to see her. There was a lot of... I had to say, when they first went to confront Eleanor in regards to, I guess, negotiating, there were just a lot of puns, I would say, which is just weird to reflect on, of the idea that, you know, there are so many puns I guess you could think of in regards to sperm. Whether it's like... I'm not even going to explain shit, so if you get it, you'll probably get it, but like, you know, shooting the hostage, etc. Yeah, not even going to, you know, go further into that, so... There were just so many references that, like, I don't know if that's a testament to my mind. So yeah, but moving on. It was really, really great stuff, though. I mean, I did feel like it was a bit quick for Charles's sake. I mean, you just think back to season 1, Vivian, I think her name was. And how I think he was so sure that she was the one. And 3 months with Gwen, yeah. It does seem a bit quick, especially if he thinks that she is the one. But also time is also of the essence, and he's not a father, and he wants to be a father. So, yeah, it's just the kerfuffle with Eleanor, of course, with her, should I say, holding his sperm hostage. So, yeah. And of course, there came a price with the priest that she hit. So, or the pedestrian, or is he a pedestrian if he's sitting on a chair? That's the question. Oh man, it was really like, it was kind of really sad as well, like seeing or reflecting on Charles and I guess his past with Eleanor. You saw the pictures and she wasn't really too much of a happy camper. So yeah, and you know, Charles does mean well. So yeah, it is kind of sad to see that there doesn't that there seemed to be a rough patch with him and Eleanor. Like even on the wedding day, you saw the pictures and it was like, oof, this is great, isn't it? So yeah, but it was just really, really interesting as well, like with Charles being so hell-bent in order to get the one up on Eleanor, and that situation, that like he was willing to break the law, of course. So and not just that though, but there was that concerned factor for Jake as well, like especially that talk he gave when he freed Charles, in regards to I know you're going to be you can be a great father one day. And obviously we know that Jake has, as I said, his relationship with his own father, and we've seen it, is pretty much strained, especially with how his father was, you know, not quite the great person that Jake hoped he was. Like Jake, we go back to last season where Jake had such a I would say a clouded mindset in regards to his father, because of the fact that, you know, he wanted to look at his father with such optimism, but at the end of the day, yeah, he wasn't really great. So but he was able to use his own experience to try and push Charles forward, really, and to, I guess, see that it's not the end of the world in regards to this whole situation. Because I was thinking as well, adoption could potentially be a thing, and of course him and Gwen, as we saw at the end, did have a little bit of a talk and all of that. So yeah, I just gotta say though, like, obviously we got the measure on how Charles lost the ability to produce, I guess, but But bloody hell, that was vicious. Like it wasn't just the one hit. It wasn't just the one love tap, I guess you could say, that happened to him. The guy just kept hammering away, as if, you know, he was a certain character on, I guess, The Walking Dead. If you know, you know. Season 7, I think it is. Yeah, I don't know. I just know there's one infamous incident where someone was taking it like a champ. So yeah. Sorry, everyone. Anyways, yeah, it was really, really great stuff, though, to have that focus on Charles and that aspiration, but also Jake trying to, I guess, he was trying to offer some common sense for Charles, because of the fact that he was on his way to threaten that priest, of course, and he was on his way to breaking the law, and it was like, yeah, but like I said, you go back to, like I said, that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 quote from Yondu to Peter is a perfect testament, especially given, I mean, obviously spoilers for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but given Peter's own kerfuffles with his father, and at the end of the day, I guess, you know, Yondu was more of a father than Ego was, especially with what Ego did, especially to Peter's mother and all of that. And it's I guess a similar kind of lesson can apply here. Like, yeah, he might not have that opportunity to be someone's biological father, but he could still be a father, someone who's there for their child, someone who loves them so much. And Jake can attest to that so much because of the fact that his father isn't really the most shining example, far from it. So, yeah, and at the end of the day, and, you know, I feel like, I'm not going to go too much into, you know, certain details, but at the end of the day, I understand where Jake is coming from in that matter, because I viewed my stepfather, before he died, more of a father figure than my biological father. But at the end of the day, the biological side of things, I'm trying to say it, you know, that can sometimes mean squat, because at the end of the day, Charles has that opportunity to be a loving and supportive father, even if his child isn't biological to him. He can still be a loving, supportive father who's there all the time and who cherishes them no matter what. So, and like I said, I know that from experience with my stepfather. So, yeah, but it was really, really great stuff. The Amy and Terry, I feel so bad for frickin' Terry. I mean, the guy is gonna be traumatized. I mean, he was just not having, he was just not having the greatest day. Of course, that first scene came about, and I was thinking, okay, she's gonna get the one up on Terry. Oh, she didn't just do that. She absolutely smashed his face in, literally. So, yeah, it was just, I just felt so bad for Terry. I mean, it just kept going for him as well, like with the tea, of course, and just everything. Yeah, it was it was just mental. So yeah, but obviously we had Amy try to apply for that thing, of course, and with Terry, there was that nice bit in terms of, look, despite the injuries he sustained, he still had that recommendation sent out, but it was to a different role where Terry assumed that, okay, you want to be a mentor, not a mentee, etc. So, like someone who, I guess, someone who would fill in the role as the apprentice, I guess. But I think with Terry, you know, despite the thing he assumed she was to be a mentor, he can still have that confidence that she can still aim high and still go far as a mentor. So, you know, that's it's really, really great. It's a nice shining moment, despite what Terry went through in terms of this episode, because boy, poor guy was almost traumatized there. So yeah, I will say though, I did also love the little moments with Scully as well, like that moment where he was like calm to Terry, and then of course him trying to make small talk with Amy and didn't fly. So yeah, and then of course the Rosa Holt Gina thing. I really, really love the chaotic energy that Rosa and Holt have, like when they were talking to that person, and Holt had his way of, I don't want to say being the bad cop, but he was going to do things the hard way, and yeah. But I also really love how they utilized Gina, of course, not just in terms of, okay, well, you had a feeling that that guy knew Gina, and she tried to extract the information out, and she didn't even recognize it. And it got to a point where Rosa showcased certain hurt in regards to Gina and all of that. So, yeah, it was just really, really, it was just really, really fun to see that moment, and then how Gina was just like, wow, I feel so insulted. So, but yeah, it didn't pan out well for Gina. Sucks for her, but it was just really, really fun for Rosa and that guy to just bond about how, you know, Gina can sting a bit, can't she? So, yeah, but it was really, really great stuff this episode, for moments, especially from Amy and Terry's side, and, you know, I'd say a very, very decisive episode, I guess you could say, for Charles, like, not just in terms of course, him planning big for the future, but also there comes that recognition that biologic, I can never say that word, I don't know why, but biologically, yeah, bio doesn't always determine if you're someone's father, and, you know, I think that can apply for those who might have an adoptive parent or a step parent, etc. And, you know, at the end of the day, Charles is still going to be a very, very supportive person. I mean, he's got that warmth, he's got that kindness with him. So, and that's what Jake values as well. He knows Charles is going to pull through, because he's his best friend. So yeah. But yeah, brilliant episode. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time.